Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, outside, never mind.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good evening everybody. Welcome back to VP4TV. We're here for a one-loss side match tonight. The match between Bedhead and Spectredawn. Two big guns going together. One's got to go. Bedhead representing Sweden, Spectredawn representing the United Kingdom. This, at the last time I checked, was now the only match on the schedule, as of course the schedule thins out as we get deep into the tournament. Clearly Cobra has still to arrange his match with Albinario. That, I think, has still got up until the 24th to be arranged, so that's still in the pipeline, that one. And if we look down, we can see that Coldest Pillow is waiting on the winner of this match tonight. So they'll be going at it at the top of the hour. We have got 5 minutes to go. It was a bit of a rush because we were trying to play a game of cowboy there. And eventually we got it done. We managed to lose it in good time. So we're all set to go. Welcome to Blind Hog. In fact, let me get my phone switched on. Hopefully I'm coming through loud and clear. I got a message from Steve earlier on when I was away at my dinner. He said he's in another meeting, but he will try and get here. He was going about an hour before this was due to start. So I've got Discord open, and he may well show up later on. So let me get my live stream up so I can have a better look at the chat. Just get that sorted out. Welcome to Coldest Pillow. If you play cowboy long enough, you know, there's certain shots, there's shots you play all the time in cowboy. But poor Ed doesn't know what speed up means. He's only got one speed, dead slow and stop. So I was desperate to get it over with because it was all ended up a bit of a rush. Right. Now, is there anything I want to talk about? I'm trying to think. Probably something will come into my head. Oh, that's what I need to check. I need to check and see if this is working. And that is working. Oh, no, I knew I had something to check. I need to check the replay. Let me just check that. No, it's not that one. Hang on. I'll be back with you in a second. Just bear with me. Right, now the one thing about the replay is you can't test it until you go live, until you're actually in a room and things are moving around. You can't test it any other way. Right, anyway. That was really sad last night. When Celtic got the goal, I was out my chair. And then, of course, it was about hanging on to at least try and take it to extra time. So, in the end, we were really unlucky. So, we've got 7 in. Good afternoon to Bill. Bill's going for 13-10 to Spectredawn. Well, I think, you know, Spectredawn's the one that's under most pressure of all. Bedhead isn't under that much pressure because he's already won a virtual world championship. Spectredawn's got all the weight in his shoulder. He's got all the ability, but ability counts for nothing. It's about winning these big tournaments. It's about holding it together and going all the way and beating all the rest. And he's still not done it. And that will hang over him until the day he does do it. I have to say he's got a pretty good chance in this event. He's pretty, I'd say, reasonably comfortable in the 10-foot table, which is a good thing. And you know, he's got the required tools to do the job. The only thing is that he's got his little frailties. We've all seen them, but now would be the time he needs to draw on all his ability to beat Bedhead, because Bedhead's got it all going on upstairs. He knows the score. I'm going to do a quick tab. Well, good evening to Steve, or good afternoon. You managed to make it in time.
Yep, I did. Just barely. I just got here.
Right, well, Bill's given it to Spectredawn 1310. Coldest Pillows sitting in the fence again. He must have two splinters in his arse, one from last night and one tonight. He's just calling it 1312, but he's not saying anybody.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Who. I think this is a pretty even match. I think if Bedhead plays this game,
There we go.
it's a pretty even match. I mean, rating-wise, they're pretty close.
Well,
Bedhead moves better. Spectredawn runs out better. We'll see.
Bedhead on the right, he looks as if he's just going to pinch it. So off we go, race to 13 to see who plays Coldest Pillow.
But I will say this, if Spectredawn breaks well, where he doesn't have to push out a lot and, can just try to run out, if he does that, then he's going to be tough to beat.
You see Stubb entered straight? Well, yes, of course. If so, it doesn't surprise me. He always says he's not going to play in another one, and then he goes in one.
He's complaining about the pocket size. He's complaining to me about the pocket size.
The thing is,
so I would kick this. Take the cue ball up table, take the one ball, 2 rails to the 7. I'd kick it this behind it.
Well, the thing is,
it's pretty easy to kick when the ball's close to the rail like that. It's pretty easy to kick the one ball and get it going on the line you want.
Stubb needs to learn his lesson about complaining about one thing or another, because it's there to help him having the bigger pockets.
Well, he thinks if they're tighter, he's going to win. Better chance of winning, and that might be true. And the reason why is that with the looser pockets, the shot making's not as tough. The premium becomes on cue ball movement, and that's not his strength.
Yeah.
Oh, he underhit this. I mean, it was on a pretty good line, but he didn't hit it.
I load him some VP cash.
So well, here we go again. Now Bedhead's in a worse spot. He's going to have to kick long rail. He's got a little easier kick long rail. Let's see if he decides to soft kick this one too. I'm not sure what he's doing right now. He's got to go to the long rail. You got 2 choices here, soft kick it or blast it. There's not really a whole lot in between.
Oh, no, I'm not sure.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
no,
it was good. Touch and go there.
So we're going to do this for a while. Now, Spectredawn is not bad at these little ticky cue ball close kind of safes. I mean, he plays these pretty good. And everything he's done so far with that has been nice. I'm not sure if this will go. I think it will if he can hit it. It looks like it'll go. It's just a very difficult hit.
Where's he going? Is he going short rail, long rail, spinning it? Yeah, I see what he's doing now.
This is tough. He's going to have to curve this some to get it. Yeah, it did curve a little.
Yeah, that was so
difficult.
Up short.
So difficult. He came up short of it. Oh, he hit that really good. I don't think it was going to come up that short. That really grabbed.
Well, he's won that battle.
Yeah,
and now can he see it through?
He's won a safety battle, which is probably one more than he won in his last match. Because I don't think he won one at all in the last match.
Good afternoon to Interchange X.
I said he had to curve that, and I think I was wrong. I think you could hit it without curving it, because I think the curve's what made him come up short. Well, this is pretty much routine out for Spectredawn. It's going to be 1-0.
Well, he's got to get up there to that 7 ball. Let's have a quick look at how it's sitting.
Yeah, he did
Well
not.
off the rail.
This is not really where you want to be. That's kind of a silly mistake to get with a cue ball here.
Has he got enough angle? No,
this
he's
is
bolt straight. This is not good.
well, you got to avoid the side pocket, and it's tricky.
Yeah,
And he has, but
yeah, I think he's
I
fine.
guess he's good enough.
I think he's got to make sure he misses bumping the 10. He wants to go up top to play this 9 into the corner.
Yeah, bumping the 10, only bad things can happen. I mean, it's just the speed you need to hit this 7 ball. You really don't want to be bumping the 10.
Well, you can certainly tweak the cue ball a wee tad just to change that line. He's not doing it though. He's playing for the bump to get it in the side.
Well,
that's well done.
You know what? If you can bump it dead on like that at that distance, that was he made that look easy. It was harder than it looked. Uh-oh. Well, that barely got there.
So a good start for Spectredawn, which is what you need. Well, that's running loose.
Well, he's got a ball in, and unfortunately, I don't think he has much of a shot. I mean, he can shoot this in the side pocket, but that's like crazy. He can bank it. It will bank in the side if he wants to take that on. I mean, I think he's better off playing safe. Let's see what he decides to do here. Well, he goes for the side pocket.
That was never going to get at that pace.
Well, I mean, it could. You had to hit it perfect, though. I mean, this is what happens when you don't have a very good safety game. You're trying to figure out ways to win, and I think he's figuring the way to win is to be aggressive because there were plenty of safety plays there, and some good ones too. And
Hugh, can you tell me what happened to Celtic last night? They lost in injury time when the Germans equalised. That's what happened last night. They got the goal to tie the match up at 2 apiece, and then the Germans got a late winner, and that killed us. Well,
yeah,
Bedhead
should
shape.
be out here. I mean, this is pretty routine. Not a whole lot to go wrong. 6 ball, shoot the 7 up table, stop it for the 8. I mean, I could run this out.
Well, I think they might just drop this in dead weight and play the 7 down in the corner and come back and play the 8 in the side. Just hold the cue ball.
That's what I said. Up table. Yeah, this is the kind of run out you want to get because they're almost impossible to mess them up. It's a connect the dots run out.
Scotty, unless he's going to go 2 rails, or just drop it dead weight and leave the high cut, you'd have to just get a hold of the cue ball a wee bit.
You can just stun this a little.
Yeah, he is digging in. Yeah.
Yeah, even in real life, you'd probably jack up and stun that. I mean, it's harder in real life to raise the butt of the cue like that because it's harder to be accurate for one thing, but it also changes the timing of your hit. You've got to make some adjustments to get the right timing. So in VP, it's very simple because it's always going to work. The aim's not going to change, and the timing's always perfect.
Is Madrid, are they not already in the lead? Were they playing Man City? Man City are playing tonight. Are they not already behind?
And Bedhead is breaking from just dead center, it looks like. And he's brought the cue ball straight back. Didn't pop it as much as some of the other guys. He's got a ball down. And what do you think he's going to do here, Hugh? I kind of like taking the 1 ball straight across between the 3 and 10 and trying to get the cue ball behind the 4.
I was looking to see whether there was room past the 4 to bank the one onto the 9 while he's calling the 9.
He's calling it. Boy, that's, that I don't like this shot. This is too tight, I think. I mean, I'm not saying it won't go, but
has he played it onto the 6? Is that what he's doing?
He's playing safe, and he was just calling.
Well, I think he was just doing that for safety. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the end result's reasonable enough, but he could. I think just if he hits the back of this one, I think he's got to hit this. Well, it's worked.
Did he call the 9?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. He hasn't got a shot in the one.
Unfortunately, he didn't come up very good here. But this is a pretty easy kick because the distance the cue ball is sitting off the ones off the rail makes this a pretty big ball.
Yeah. Let's see if the replay's working.
And I think you can see this 3 ball. I think he's. This is a pretty good run out here.
Maybe it was working and I hit the button too soon. Hang on a minute to check this again. We'll see this shot.
Yeah, he hits it straight in. I mean,
Yeah.
normally this kind of shot you want to go to the second rail first, but he made it. The ball that close to the pocket and that far off the rail, it's pretty easy.
Now, this is the one he's got to. Well, I presume he's going to go inside on the rail.
Yeah, you just come across.
Yeah.
All you got to do is get it close to the long rail and you're good. And this is what this is his advantage is he runs out as good as anybody in VP.
Yeah, and you would think that most of these guys left in this tournament are aware of the little shortcomings of Spectredawn when it comes down to the grind and moving the cue ball about and picking the push outs and the safeties.
Sure.
If it ain't working for you, then try and get them involved in something like that.
If they've listened,
the match one way or another.
If they've listened to the stream, they've heard me talk about it a lot. I'm hoping Spectredawn's listening to the stream and trying to get better because, that's really all he needs is just to move better, and he's going to be winning these things. Well, Bedhead's looking at this. I think you cut this and take a chance with the cue ball myself. He may not. He may decide to play safe.
Yeah, he's trying to just come across behind something.
And that's sort of a mediocre safety, but it's probably good enough. Now, I think he'll get the hit pretty easy.
There's a line.
Whether or not he can make it.
Yeah, there's a line between that gap with the 2 and the 10.
That's not a real strong safety, but he did have a snooker, so.
Well, he's done him again.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And that's, obviously Spectredawn has learned to kick fairly well, and you got to make a little better safety than, that's kind of a minimal safe what Bedhead did there.
Yeah.
And it's not just kicking them in. If you can kick good, then you can kick safe too. I don't know how well Spectredawn does that. We'll see if he ever shoots one.
Well, here's an instance where he's not really got a comfortable shot. So what's he going to manufacture here?
Well, he's calling it. Yeah, I mean, this will work. It's going to probably clip the 4 ball. The biggest problem here is it clips the 4 ball. It could come across and go in the side pocket. Oh no, it went right through the 4 ball, but made a mess of everything. I mean, he can get to the 5, so this does work. I mean, if he can make this 3 ball and get on the 4, the 5 will clear the 6.
Well, this is where. I mean, obviously, if he doesn't get really good in the 4, he can put Bedhead in trouble. He should have a reasonable safety shot if it comes to that.
Yeah, he's hitting this with right English, which is that's a great shot. Oh, he just got by the titty too.
Yeah,
the only problem is, well, you know what? He is down far enough. He's going to have to crank this with a lot of left English because he's got to get this thing over. You got to be a little careful of the side pocket. I think if you hit this good, you can get to the rail before the side pocket, and he's just going to pull up. That's a pretty good shot. He got it on the line he needed to be in. So he'll just come back off the rail and just bump the 9 a little to open up the 6. Just like that. And
well, this is going back.
This is a pretty good out. I mean, he kicked the 1 in, and he made a heck of a shot on the 3.
Yeah, bumped to 8. All good so far.
Yeah, this is some pretty strong play here. Oh boy, did he run too far?
Nope, he's okay.
No, he's good.
Oh, he's got to. I thought he was going to let it run up past the side pocket, but he's left it right on the money in terms of a fairly straight in 9 just to hold the cue ball. I'll come back an inch or 2.
Yeah, he's playing really well. Bedhead better get his stuff together. I think Bedhead is starting to realize maybe I got to play a little better safety than I just played.
Yep. Now it's a gap early on, so now it gets a wee bit scary for Bedhead because he knows the penalties get even more severe when you're already 3-1 down. So there's a good out there for Spectredawn.
And that looks. Oh, he got one in, and he's got a shot.
Well, if he gets this one, he's out here.
Well, this is where a guy like this is dangerous. Yeah. I mean, he's got a shot on the 1, and the table's open. He's just got to figure out really how to get on this 3 ball. That's a big problem.
Checking it up big time. Left-hand English.
And he hit that really good. I'll tell
you what. Where's the cue ball going?
You won't see a lot of guys playing this game that have the ability to power a ball like that with a lot of English from long distance and make the ball and get the cue ball where they want. I mean, that's a shot that I haven't seen that many people on VP play that kind of shot like that. Well, I've seen them play it, but they usually miss the ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was strong.
Well, Bedhead really, obviously, there's nothing he can do about it. It's what matters now is what Bedhead does do when he gets a chance. And the problem now is that everything's just sort of multiplied 2 or 3 times with what Spectredawn's done early on in this match. He's not really put a foot wrong, nothing major.
Well, it puts a lot of pressure on Bedhead. Now, the thing that Spectredawn doesn't want to do is break and have to push out and do something like a really shitty push out and give the momentum back to Bedhead. You know, make it tough for Bedhead. If you don't have a table you can run out, make sure you make a play that is not going to be anything easy for him. If you get the push out back, that's fine. It's better to get the push out back for something really difficult
than playing a half-hearted, half-assed push
and
out.
To give the guy something that he's going to love, you know. Just don't do that.
Coldest Pillow's asking for some advice.
Can I have some coaching? Not looking good for my next game. Oh, here he's playing Albin. Is that what's going on?
No, he's going to play the winner of this match.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, you've got a pretty nice game, Coldest Pillow. You play good enough to win. You may have to bring it and possibly need a little help, but
yeah.
Now see, there's a terrible safety.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. That's just no good. I mean, that's a push out. That's no good.
He's left him too close to the object ball, and he can do whatever he wants with the cue ball.
I mean, this is easy.
Is he cutting this? Where did he call that?
He's playing a 2-way shot. He's playing the bank, and he's going to play safe too.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, Anybody could do that, and that you just cannot push out to something that easy. You
Yeah,
got to
so
push
that
out to something tough.
so there's your first lesson. Don't do what Spectredawn just did there. don't do that.
Well, you know, as a general rule, when you push out, it's got to be to something that if you get it back, you're not going to particularly like it. I'm not saying push out to something impossible, but I'm saying push out to something that, you know, is going to be tough if you get it back, because you want it to be tough for your opponent.
I think you should always accept that when you're playing a push out, that you are leaving them something that's, you know, they're not really keen on. But the thing is that when you do that, you still have to come up with a game plan and how you're going to deal with it when it does get given back to you.
Well, yeah, but at least, you know, when it gets given back, you should be thinking about what am I going to do from here. But it should be a shot that, okay, I'm going to have to hit this good to either make the ball or play safe, or, you know, I'm going to have to. You know, it's not going to be easy situation. What Spectredawn did was he just killed his momentum, because he gave Bedhead the simplest safety in the world, or, you know, Bedhead's gonna end up coming back to the table.
It's not getting there.
Yeah, he might have to play it off the rail.
I was going to say, this is the one important shot in this rack. If he can get on this 4, he's out. No,
this is not a hard shot here. He should make this. Now, I keep seeing people come up and hit this heavy. You got to hit down the rail far enough. The only fear here is scratching in the side pocket, corner pocket. I'd hit it easy. See how he did? See, he hit too far down the rail. He hit it heavy.
Well, he actually hit it bad enough to leave it reasonably safe.
He needs to hit closer to himself on the rail. That's a shot that shot you ought to make every single time. It's just, you just got to practice a little so you get a good feel for how the ball comes off the rail.
Well, he's all keen for this cut, because he knows that if he gets this 4 ball in, this cue ball running across the table, he's definitely on the 5, unless he hooked himself behind the 7 or something.
That's no good.
But then again, the same old. These guys are struggling to end up cutting the ball away from the rail. So Bedhead's got another chance here. That 6 ball suddenly become a little awkward, but the 5 ball where it is makes it dead easy to go on the 6, though.
Well, Bedhead got lucky, because he let Spectredawn back to the table, and, you know, Spectredawn probably should have played safe there instead of firing at that ball. Well,
I hasten to add, if he was straighter on this 5 ball, it would be a lot easier to get in the 6. Now he's got to get into that little gap, and that looks good. The pressure's on Bedhead to actually dish up here. You know, this is to stay in touch. 5-1 looks a lot uglier than 4-2.
Yeah, I mean, Bedhead's a good player. He's won world championships, so he you know, he should be able to handle playing under pressure like this. Now, this is kind of an angle you don't want, because it brings a 9 ball into play. You got to be careful here, because you could get hooked behind the 9 ball.
He's coming
around the corner.
I'll do it.
That's a very good shot. Yeah, he hit that very nice.
I mean, the thing is that when you've played, you know, all the types of shots in this game, even in real life, you can see what's coming. You know, you have, like, that shot that Bedhead played there, to make sure he was going to end up in the long side rather than coming down the short side and messing about with that 9 ball. Yeah.
Well, he took on a harder shot, because he had to put English on it to do that. But he decided, I'm taking on the harder shot and making sure that I don't hook myself.
Exactly. And that's where, you know, your length of time playing the game and seeing that possibility and taking evasive action.
Oh, well, that was fortunate, because that was going to be a sellout. That rack didn't come apart well. He's lucky that he got the 7 there.
This is bad, because if he's pushing down here, he's going to be in a hole in a minute. He's going to be in a hole in a minute. I'm telling you that right now.
The thing is here's a problem here. The problem is that if you push down the table like this, now, he's gonna get in trouble here probably.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna end up on an 8 or 9. The thing you got to do in those situations where you know you're going to get locked up even if you leave a lot of distance is you got to push out to something like a jump shot or a kick shot, or you can't afford to leave a guy this. Now, this is not 100% sure he'll get safe, but I think he probably will.
Yeah, the only thing is he's nailed to this rail, so he has got a limitation of what he can actually achieve with the cue ball, but that looks a good line.
No,
If I'd
he didn't
avoid
get
the bump.
safe. No, I would have hit it harder and tried to hit the 8 ball.
After saying all of that, Bedhead could be in the same problem as long as he misses the bump in the 6 here and comes round the back of it.
But I will say this, just getting it down table and on the rail Bedhead made that mistake. I mean, if
he called the bank, but he's not getting any joy.
If he would have played that crappy little safe where he,
wait a minute, my bad.
Where it was 2 feet away before, he would have had the same problem.
I thought the 2 ball was the 10 ball there.
So this is looking like it's going to be 5-2. I'm pretty sure he'll run out here.
Coldest Pillow is saying, do you ever snooker your opponent and push out? So you leave them an edge or whatever.
You ever snooker your opponent and push outs? Yeah, you can do
leave
that.
Them a kick,
That's like pushing out the jump shot or a kick. Sure. I mean, the thing is you can't push out to something where they've got a fairly straightforward lockout safe. Now that time it wasn't a guaranteed safe. It wasn't a terrible push out that time. It was much better than the ones he's been doing. I just still didn't particularly like it, but it worked out for him.
Well, 4 balls not the problem. The cue ball's the problem getting out of here. At best, he's going to have to leave a long Bedhead cut here, I think. As he's looking at what the hit is off this 8 ball.
I'll tell you something else, Coldest Pillow. Sometimes the best thing to do is, if you don't have a good push out, is just to kick at the ball. Just go ahead and kick at it. Don't push out. Sometimes that's the best play.
Well, this is what you call a Bedhead cut.
Yeah, this is,
I mean, all the room on the left side of the table.
He keeps making everything. We'll see if he can keep doing it. I mean, I don't think he's missed the ball. Well, he missed the 4 ball, that crazy cut. He took some crazy shot.
Now, what's he going to end up doing if he gets this far? Is he going to...
Well, he's holding it, and he didn't make it.
Well, Bedhead's going to have that problem because look at it where the 8 ball is and where the 7 ball is. If you can get some sort of line in that 7 ball, you can bump that 8.
Yeah, he can take a run at it now if he wants. I don't know if he will.
Trying to come down inside?
He can come down
around 3 rails?
No, well...
Has he got enough angle? Let's have a look.
I think more inside is better, but you could go 3 rails. You'd have to hit it awful hard.
Yeah, you'd have to smash this. He's putting a bit of left on it to try what you're talking about, Steve.
He's got to get behind the 7. That's the tricky part.
Yeah.
You got to hit it pretty good. And
he
did not.
It's coming narrow.
Yeah, he didn't come close to getting behind the 7. So,
well,
at this point, you got to think about playing safe. If you can't get you could even play safe on the 6 ball. Play safe on the 6 or 7 or the 8. You kind of got to decide where you're going here. Doing some crazy shot to try to break these out isn't worth it.
Now, I presume he's playing the pot here. Oh, well.
Yeah, he was trying to come down and get behind the 7 so that he could draw back into the 8, which, wasn't a terrible idea.
This would be crazy to thin this 6 and try and bump the 8 and 9 here.
Yeah, you're taking a risk if you do it.
Yeah, that's what he tried.
And the reason why you're taking a risk is you might hook yourself. So this is where you almost got to play safe.
Well, he's not got anything comfortable in the 7. I don't know whether he's going to go for the cut here.
I'm not sure. He must be planning on banking the 8. That's the only aggressive play you got is bank the 8.
Yeah,
and that's what he's going to do.
Called it into the side.
Oh, he's just going to bank this, and he got perfect on it.
Yeah,
I think he'll make this.
There's room off
I mean,
that rail. It's comfortable looking.
This is a pretty easy bank. The only thing you got to realize when you shoot this kind of bank with the ball close is you got to cut it more than you think, because it's real easy to come up short.
Oh, you got a
Oh, he
double
double
kiss.
kissed it.
Double kiss. How's his luck? His luck's pretty good, I think. Is it running? Maybe not.
I don't know.
No.
I didn't think there was a double kiss there, but
Bedhead can, I think, just get enough of this.
no, Hogger, that might be true. Feeding me is. So, yeah, I mean, that was a tough situation. I thought playing for the bank was a pretty good play. He just didn't execute it.
Well, Bedhead is given the opportunity to stay in touch, okay. He's going to be one behind if he rolls this in. Game on.
But, you know, again, that's why banking is so important, is because you get those kind of situations and you got a chance to be aggressive if you can bank well. Spectredawn certainly seems like you can.
Where's the cue ball going?
That looks
On
dry.
the table.
I think that's dry, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I think if he gets a cut in this, he could hit the rail and go in off the back of the 5. That's a distinct possibility.
I think that's the shot. You can play the carom, but the problem is getting on the 1 afterwards is tough.
Yeah, and he's going to obviously hit the 2, but I think if you get this pinpoint, you're getting off the back of that 5.
Yeah, I like that shot.
He's got to go to the rail at the right.
He's playing the 5, so I think he may be playing the billiard here. It's either that or the combo. I can't see the combo.
I'm surprised he doesn't see the back of the 5 has been an aid, but anyway, it's going in.
He did play the combo.
And look at the 1. He's bolt straight in the 1.
Yeah, it came out of that sweet. I mean, that was a pretty good shot. That was a lot better than playing the billiard, because the billiard looked like it wasn't going to turn out good for shape.
What the hell is a Welsh cake? Well, I'll describe the ones that we have in Tesco. They're a bit like pancakes, but not pancakes like you Americans understand pancakes. Most of you American guys will understand pancakes.
I know what you're talking about. They're like a thick crepe.
Yeah. But American pancakes are like big crumpets, as we would call them over here.
Or you call them flapjacks too.
But anyway, Welsh cakes are a bit like that, and I think they've got raisins through them as well, maybe a bit of cinnamon. They're lovely. And you can warm them up in the microwave for like 10 seconds and put butter on them or whatever, jam or cream, and have them with a coffee, and they're beautiful. Oh, they don't only sound good, they bloody taste good.
Yeah, this guy's a really good player. I can see why he wins so many of the Friday Night 9 balls. He's a very strong player.
Best thing to come out of Wilson's leaks.
If he just learned to move better, he'd be instantly as good as Cobra and Albin.
Well, he's got to go right over to the rail here for this 8 ball. He can't be messing about half measures here. There's loads of room to get there, but he's got to get there.
Yeah, I think he will. I mean, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes with the cue ball.
That'll do. That is perfect. He can roll through, come down the right side as we're looking, and leave this 9 straight in the corner if he wants.
His pattern play is more like somebody that's played a lot of rotation games, not straight pool, but he could be a formidable player in straight pool.
I don't think he's in it. I don't think he's ever played in one of them. He won't play in this one either, I don't think.
Well, he needs to have a little different sort of pattern play, but he's got all the tools to be really good at it.
And straight pool could definitely be an asset in opening your eyes to the other ways that you can use the shots that you're learning in straight pool and use them in other games.
Well, the best, straight pull is good for learning pattern play. The best game for learning to move is one pocket.
One pocket. You'll never get near that, Steve. I mean,
you'll learn to kick and bank and play safe. You know, you'll learn to do amazing things if you play a lot of one pocket.
But anyway, he's retained his lead. It's back to 2.
And he's broken dry, and let's see what Bedhead come up with here.
Well, this is...
Spectredawn would just shoot the combo. I don't think Bedhead wants to do that. He's got to play. He can take the 1 straight. Oh, he's going to play the 4. You can take the 1 straight up table and take the cue ball over behind the 10, 6, 4. You got the 8, the 7, the 6. All you have to do is take the 1 straight up table.
He's trying to bank the 1 and come across onto the shot rail.
Okay, so he's playing the shot I said.
Yeah.
He just called the 4 because he, just in case he hit it.
It was well played.
It was very well played. And that's the kind of shot that you don't see Spectre play, because he's just not used to playing those kind of shots. Well, he got some love there on that.
Got the edge and got the cover. Well, no problem with hitting the 1. That's the least of your problems. It's where the 1 ball goes and where the cue ball's going to end up from this.
I think you want to hit this on the short side, take the cue ball down towards the 9. He's going to go ahead and call this, but I'm sure he's trying to play the short side here. That's your best chance of kicking safe here. Oh, he got it too full.
Oh, hang on a minute, though.
But he's going to come out good.
There's nothing like getting a little roll of the ball.
Well, he could have played that, but I don't think he was. Not with him calling the 5.
No,
I think he's trying to bring the cue ball down table, which was the simpler thing to do.
Is he going to call the 2 here? You would think he would be calling the 2.
Yeah. And, this is a little tough just because the 1 ball is right on the rail. It's hard to hit it clean enough to get it to go down the rail.
Yeah, chipped it. What, again?
Yeah,
he could have finished worse than that, though.
Yeah, this is a little tricky here. I mean, there are some safeties, but they're tricky. He's going to try to thin this and use the 3.
He's not going to go very far. He's just going to try and come across right side.
He's got the 7 too. This is tricky when you're jacked up to get a thin edge. Yeah, and he didn't try to get that thin. That was very well done.
That will do it. Again, not a problem in kicking it. In fact, he should be calling the side pocket here. Yeah, he's going to call the side pocket. Because it's...
Yeah, this is actually pretty easy to kick in. And that's the side effect of hitting it full and a little short, is that the cue ball is going to come back behind the 3. I don't know if he's got him.
Oh, this is, yeah, he has got him, I think. He has got him.
A little bit of banana and you make that 4 ball. You don't need a lot of banana. He's going to call the 4. I think this is just a little banana. He's aiming like he doesn't need to banana it.
Well, he definitely needs to tweak it, yeah.
I think he's got to tweak it a little. Either jump it or put a little more butt angle on it.
He's not doing anything at the moment. There we go. He's just going for the jump.
Yeah. Doesn't have to jump over much, so I think he'll get over this without a problem.
Oh yeah, got it too thin. How's his luck? No good this time.
Well, he's going to have to. He doesn't have to play the combo, but I would think he would. It's pretty tight past that 9 ball. He could bank this also.
Well, the bank looks odds-on favourite to me because the cue ball, if he's running forward, he'll come down for the 2.
Yeah, he's going to have to force follow this if he's going to bank it.
Yeah, loads of top on it, get it running.
It's a little tricky because the cue ball wants to work away, and you've got to cut this more when you hit it hard. This is a little tricky to get it back down for the 2. He's going to draw it. Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, that'll be a missed call.
And that was not an easy play, that bank shot, because of what had to be done with the cue ball.
Mm-hmm.
See, he needed to cut it more. But when you cut it more, then the cue ball goes wide and comes up the wrong place.
Well, Bedhead, with the table at his mercy, as long as he can sneak up past that 8 ball and get out for the 3. But he's going to sneak inside.
What Spectredawn needed to do on that bank shot is he needed to hit it with follow and right English.
Right English, yeah.
And then you got to cut it even more, but you can overcome it with the right English if you play it right.
Loads of inside there to check that back the way. So far so good. And you look at this table and you think, well, where can this go wrong?
Well,
that 7 ball
like
sitting in the way. That's where it can go wrong.
Yeah.
Whoa, he's okay.
Well, you know, I mean, I think you can always make some sort of mistake like that. Bedhead's probably a little bit more likely to make that kind of mistake than Spectredawn. Because Spectredawn's got that advantage in running out. I think Spectredawn pockets balls a little better, maybe moves the cue ball slightly better. Not a huge difference.
So Bedhead just staying in touch at the moment. And a nice handy break, ball and a shot next rack would be good. That would set him off on a run.
Bedhead's a fighter. You know, we've seen him dig in and win matches before that didn't look like he was gonna.
Well, we are 41 minutes into this match. We've just about finished the 9th rack.
I've been wanting to get coffee for a half hour, but this match is too exciting to leave.
That's where I'll be headed after this is over. I'll be getting a coffee.
Now let's see if he can get a ball down here. He really needs it.
Where's the cue ball going?
And it doesn't look like he's going to get it. And what's worse is that's a sellout break. So not a gimme rack, but one that Spectredawn will probably run out. I mean, the 6 goes by the 7. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of problems there. You got to figure this is a done deal for. I think he'll run this out. I mean, this is the kind of rack that you got to make a mistake with a cue ball to not get out.
Exactly, because all the balls have got pockets. That's a simple thing. I mean, this is where you feel, you feel worse about it when you've already studied the table and you know that every ball's got a pocket. There's nothing you need to do other than maneuver the cue ball. That makes it even worse for you when you get it wrong.
Yeah, but
sitting good at the moment.
Most players don't maneuver the cue ball as well as Spectredawn. I mean, he's unlikely to make a cue ball mistake with this table. Now, see, that's a little minor one, but that's not enough to be a huge problem.
He just wants to come back far enough here, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's minor enough that he can deal with it. But, then what happens is now you don't get perfect on the 6, so now you got to do something else.
Well, now you can play ultra cautious and run through the back and come right down into the table. You can do that, or you can dig in and nip it back like that.
He's going to soft draw it. Yeah.
Really comfortable.
Because he's not out far enough. A little more out, and it gets interesting.
No, not cappuccino.
The thing is...
Nescafe Alzira or whatever the hell it's called, that's what I'm getting.
Good players don't get out of line as much, and when they do get out of line, they're good at getting back in line. They know how to handle it. That's why when you move the cue ball well, it's such a huge advantage.
Bedhead struggling to get back in touch. Spectredawn's just keeping him at arm's length at the moment.
Bedhead hasn't played poorly. I mean, he's played pretty darn good. Spectredawn's just been exceptional. I think the only things that Bedhead could have maybe cleaned up is played a little stronger safeties. But other than that,
that's about it. I mean, it's down to dry breaks and stuff like that that can make the big difference. and who takes
Yeah.
advantage of it. And Bedhead could do with that at the moment, but yeah.
And he's got a ball in, and you know, this is a shot
Spectredawn's
that
off and running again.
this is a shot that you guys always tell me is hard, and I always tell you it isn't. We'll see if it's hard for Spectredawn.
Well, he's giving it a look.
Yeah, the cue ball's a little funny here. He's got to do something with the cue ball. You know, look what he's doing. Yeah, so he hits draw inside low and goes 3 rails on that cut that everybody hates because the balls are close together and it makes it look easy. That's what I'm saying. That shot's not hard. You guys just got to watch somebody that knows how to shoot him. And obviously this guy does.
Well, it's very strong odds it's going to go to 3 racks now, and that's dangerous territory now for Bedhead.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised he didn't draw that back more. I mean he's okay, but he's probably going to come across either that or he's just going to dink this. I'm thinking he'll come across. You know, maybe he's going to go forward. And he decided to go forward.
Pace is good.
I like going forward a lot. I mean, that's what the Filipinos do. I like going forward like that too. Well, I'm not sure I would in that case, but it was well played. I mean, he's perfect on the 7. So it's going to run behind the 9 and 10.
Any decent angle on this 8 ball is what's required to get out for that 9.
Well, the fact that it's not on the rail gives you a lot of choices.
Well,
and that's well done.
And he's also away from any hampering ball. Well,
yeah, he's got to shoot over the 9, but
yes, queuing over the 9 a bit, but now he's going to have the little dig here to hold this. Got to watch he doesn't hold it too much though.
No, I don't think he will.
Yeah,
perfect.
That was the only worry, the side pocket, but he's perfect.
He's on. He's got a good feel for this. He's on. He's playing good. Everything's right in the world right now for him.
Well, this is now alarm bell ringing time for Bedhead. He needs, he needs a break. He needs to get in.
In a way, it's sort of bad luck if you're Bedhead in the sense that Spectredawn's playing a great match. You know, I mean, every player does. The players don't play great every match. You know, this is the best match he's played that I've seen in this tournament.
Yeah, well, Bedhead's had a break there. Spectredawn's dry, but Bedhead's not got what you want, that little easy starter.
Well, the problem here is it wants to go to the 10, and the 3 ball sitting right there to hook you. You've got to. This is a little tricky. If you roll this, if you can get to the far side of the 10 and just kind of brush off that and get past it.
That's definitely a bug in VP4. My donut button's disappeared again.
It's very tight here to get by the 10 ball. You got to hit this pretty easy to do it. And he didn't quite get it.
Not get the legs. Not get the legs.
That was a tough situation. That was tricky getting to the far side of that 10. I wasn't sure whether it would get there. It obviously didn't.
There we go. You've got to tab out of VP4 to bring your donut button back sometimes. I don't know what the hell does that.
Well, that was a nice little controlled masse shot there. He hit that really beautifully.
He's got to get into the gap, and he's in the gap again as well. Line's reasonable enough for the combo.
Spectredawn's making me like his game a lot. You ever hear that expression, Hugh?
No.
You made me like it?
No, not really, no.
That's what happens when you're playing somebody and they're playing so beautifully, they're kicking your ass and they're playing so beautifully that you like it just watching them.
Yeah, I mean,
he made me like my losses, basically what
I can see where you're coming from there. Yeah, you just have to hold your hand up and say, well done, and nothing you can do about it. The guy's on form.
Yeah, now he can cut this. You can hit this. You can cut this. Well, he's playing safe. Interesting. Oh, and he's playing a pretty good one, maybe. I like it. Now this is the way you play safe.
That's what I call a safety shot.
You got a lot of distance, and
Now,
you got a snooker. If you didn't get the snooker, you still have a lot of distance.
that's about the line up the rail he's picking to get the chip in this 3-ball. Now, ideally, you want to actually come round behind the back of this 3-ball if you can, but you'd have to get it pretty firm.
Yeah, this is
kick it up the table.
You can get him on the 4-ball. If you hit this 3-ball, if you get this 3-ball right, you can kick behind it and put the cue ball on the 4. Of course, I don't think you can put a lot of speed to do that. And I would probably hit this enough speed to get the 3-ball on the table.
No, he didn't get the line. He didn't get the line at all. Well,
it was a little tricky there.
That's a big shot there because it's going to cost him. It's going to cost him another rack.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine he's not running out here. I mean, he's in. I mean, this cue ball is on a string right now. He's really moving it well. And when you got a player doing that, everything looks pretty easy. He doesn't have to shoot difficult shots.
The difficult part of this is that it's difficult to keep this standard up for the remaining matches in this tournament. That's the difficult part.
Well, honestly, this is very close to watching a real life pro, like watching a Jason Shaw or Josh Filler. I mean, that's what it looks like. Obviously, he doesn't have the subtlety of the moving game like those guys, but as far as running out, he looks a lot like a top pro right now.
Yeah, it's too good for Bedhead at the moment.
Well, you know, Bedhead really hasn't done a whole lot wrong, and he's down 8-4.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. You know, you can't turn to Bedhead and say, well, you played crap, because what he has done is done what he's been allowed to do, he's been able to do. But he's up against it.
This is called getting run over. It's like getting run over by a truck. Well, that rack didn't come apart good, but he got a ball in.
8 balls gone, and
now he's got the situation where he needs to play safe. So let's see what he can come up with here.
Well, I would call the bank on the one into the corner past the 7 and duck for cover down table, because I know I'm going to have a shot.
Yeah.
I hit at the 2 anyway.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
I'd cut that to there, send it across here, run off the rail and back up.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good shot. There's also some shots you can play hitting a 1 off the 5 ball. But
what's he doing here? Yeah, he's seen it. He's seen the shot, I think. He's seen the shot. He's looking at where he wants to hit it in the rail. Oh no, he's seen something else now. What the hell is he doing now? What did he change there? Did he keep it the same? We'll soon find out. Yeah, he's called it. Needs to miss the 9 though. Oh, he's left it out. That was the problem. Yeah. He's bumped the 9. He needed to get a bit of check in that to send the line down to the rail sooner.
Oh no, he just need to let it open up.
Or whatever. But anyway, whatever he's done, he's left him a shot.
Because it should have got left English on it from just the ball contact. I don't know if he put right or he just needed a touch of left put on it, but yeah. Well, he didn't need to hit that 9 ball.
This is what you're going to call he's digging deep here if he gets out in this rack, because he's got this combo to play. The 4 ball's not sitting good. It could be a 4-7 combo if it comes to it.
Yeah, I think this is the rack right here. If he makes this, I think he'll be out.
It's going away, and the 3 balls pushed the 2 open. Oh well.
And you know that's what's tough when you're. He could have played safe there. I mean, he could have banked the 2 and taken the cue ball up table. You know, he decided to shoot that. He could have done something different. It's tough when you're in a match and the guy's playing great, and then you come up and you got this shot that's like, do I really want to shoot this? This isn't a gimme combo. What do I do? And you know, it's very difficult to make a decision in that situation. And it's real easy to do what Bedhead just did.
So just drop over short, get below it, and that looks pretty good to me. He's gone a wee bit inside, but that's fine.
That's fantastic speed.
He can work with that because he can actually stun across if he wants, I think, for the 5 into the corner. I don't know whether he wants to.
Oh, I'm sure that's what he's going to do. I can't imagine he wouldn't.
For that. He's got a little
It's
nip
just a
into
little-
the cue ball, and he's got loads of room to cheat this pocket. As long as he plays this at the right pace, it's going to go in.
This is simple. He's not going to screw this up.
That's pretty good. He's gone to the rail a bit too close though, but he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. He's got the 6 wide open.
All he's got to do is make this.
Well, this is now dire straits now for Bedhead, and I don't mean Mark Knopfler's band. I mean dire straits. In a desperate situation now.
Yeah, I mean it's more like a helpless situation because he's just he's rarely got to the table.
All the odds are against him. It's a 10-foot table. The follow-up break is very unreliable. Everything's against you. And this, you've not got a jump cue. And the other guy is just potting everything he can see. So good luck, Bedhead, for the rest of this match.
And he's making good choices about how to move the cue ball. His choices, like going forward there, that was a good choice.
Welcome back to Pop, man. I hope you're okay, mate.
Oh yeah, Pop Man's back. Yeah,
Still in there
hopefully things
fighting.
are going well for you, Pop Man. Well, how do you beat a guy shooting like this? You got to keep him off the table. You basically have to control the table because you don't want to let him to the table if he's doing this.
Yeah, the other thing is you just never give up. You just hang in there because anything can happen. It's unlikely, but that's all. The only advice I can give you: don't give up.
Look at this break.
I would give up now after that break.
He's got one problem.
The 2 ball, but.
It's hard to come back for the 2 ball because of where the 4 is. So I'm not sure what he's going to do here.
That 2 will cheat the pocket if you were on a good line. He's missed it.
That was a fantastic shot because you had to just barely get by the 4 ball to get there.
Is he dropping this into the side, or is he going up?
Yeah,
up
it'll be
side.
side.
Dropped it in. Well, Bedhead will just hold his hands up and say, "Well done. Good luck in the rest," as they say.
I'll tell you a story, coldest pea. My buddy was playing Mike Siegel, and this is when Mike Siegel was winning everything, best player in the world. And my buddy gets on the hill and he's running out, and Siegel turns around to his girlfriend sitting behind him, and he says, "Start the car," because he had that accent, "Start the car." so that's what you do.
That's a line that what do you call him? George Burns says in the Sunshine Boys when Walter Matthau when they're trying to get them matched up to actually do the double act again. He says, "Start the car," talking to his daughter on the phone. "Start the car. Meeting's over." And this match is all but over. It's just going through the motions at the moment. Spectredawn's hardly put a foot wrong. It's
never over till it's over, but Bedhead's going to have to do something amazing to come back from this deficit with a guy playing like perfect.
Yeah, 10-4. Two balls, is it holding the line? No, dry. And well, this time Bedhead's going to be hampered, but give the guy a break.
Yeah, and this is the kind of stuff that happens. Is you finally get a shot, and it's like this kind of shit. I think he'll make this and run out, though. Bedhead's too good a player not to just roll over. I think he'll make this and run out.
This is make or break. This ball. He gets this ball in, he's in with a shout, and he's nailed it.
Yeah. So, it could be 10-5 with Bedhead breaking. Bedhead needs to run a bunch of racks. That's what he needs, and that's kind of hard to do because it's hard to break that well.
I can confidently say that ain't happening because there's been no sign of that happening in this tournament. None whatsoever. Okay, somebody's won a rack and then followed up with a rack, but nothing else.
Yeah. Who was it the other day that was breaking at over 70%? Who was that? One guy broke at 60, another guy was over 70.
Oh, Steve, I streamed it and I can't remember.
Yeah,
But I do remember looking at the stats. Somebody will
but
remember.
if you're breaking 70%, you know, you've got a chance.
Was it not Matt? Was it Matt? No, that was Matt. Was last night. You weren't there. It was a match before that.
So Todd says he's run 4 on this table twice. So, you know, I mean, I definitely think it's possible to get back into this thing.
Well, I maybe wasn't counting then.
I ran 3 in a tournament final in 10 ball before.
No, it wasn't Clarky and Larry. It was a match before that, Coldest Pillow. But I can't remember 24 hours ago, let alone 48 hours ago. Well, that's just going a bit straight in this 6 ball. Is he going to pinch a wee bit of it, I think? Yeah, I just stunned it. So, leave that angle on the 8, so you're just dropping onto the 9 and not interfering with the 10. You don't want to leave yourself in any doubt. This is important, this shot. It might look silly, but it's important that he's going to have the right line where he's not interfering with that 10 ball and he can go right down to the rail. Right down to the rail.
Yeah, he's in a pretty good spot here.
And ideally, if you go inside in the rail, you've got the little angle, and that's perfect. So Bedhead has stemmed the tide for 1 rack. Good evening to Hazard. We won't be here long. By the look of it, we won't be here much longer.
Okay, well, that's good. Bedhead's putting up a fight, you know. I mean, it may be the mouse against the lion, but he's fighting.
Well, he's got a ball.
And does he have a shot?
He's got another ball, and he's got a shot.
So here we go.
He can nip across for the 2.
Rack number 2.
And it's a good table.
This is where you just say, I'm a good player. I can do this. I just keep running out. This is what great players do. They come back in these situations and win.
Oh, he's just right on the money in this 2 ball and no more. Well, this is looking... Well, I suppose it isn't looking good yet until he gets down onto that 7. That's the worry I have, is just getting down on the 7.
This is juicy. He doesn't want to be this straight in, but he's still fine.
Don't chicken out.
Yeah, good shot.
Trifling with the 8 ball, but you get round the back of it.
Where's his compadre? I don't see him.
I posted it on Facebook, so Albinario would have had an alert that I posted something. So maybe Albinario's working. Or maybe he's sitting there in stunned silence and saying, I hope I don't get Spectredawn in a night like this. Well,
I'm telling you, Bedhead is not out of it. He can still win this match.
This will be the recovery of the tournament. I'll say that right now, if this keeps going.
Well, the thing is he just, if he breaks dry, he's got to leave nothing. He's either got to make a ball, and
he's still got to get lucky. That's the thing about it. Yeah, he's still got to get lucky.
And that was just the bad lucky there.
Look at that! Look at that kicking the one. It gets bumped into plate.
Yeah, that was just the bad lucky he didn't need.
Oh, well.
Wow. Those 2 kinds of luck. The kind you want and the kind you don't. Yeah, this is a delicate little shot, and he hits it just beautifully. That's just great touch right there. I mean, that he made that shot look easy, and that was not. That could have gone all ways wrong. You had a very delicate touch, and you had to hit the 1 ball just right. Little kill spinner.
Yeah, that's not the shot you play with
Oh
a
boy,
trackball
what's he
mouse.
doing?
That's the shot you play with a trackball mouse.
That I don't know what happened there. That was
Just as Steve is singing his praises, he jinxed him.
that was a piece of belly button lint on the mouse or something. I don't know what happened there. That was not a good shot. That was a simple to get on that 3 ball. That was way easier than the shot he hit from the 1 to 2. Yeah, he's still okay, but he's gonna have to bump the 10, and this is a problem
He's
with
not
bumping the
okay
10.
anymore, and he's missed the 3.
And he got lucky.
And he's got lucky. I mean, you know, just
So,
typical. He misses the 3 and he leaves poor Bedhead out.
If you're Bedhead, you're pulling your hair out about right now. He finally screws up, and this is what he's got. Well, you know, you just got to kick this safe. That's the thing, is you got to kick this safe. I would try to hit the 3 pretty full and take it down here, like towards this other corner, and leave the cue ball up there.
Yeah, he's calling the 7, which suggests he's trying to get the meat of this 3 ball. He's not going around the corner. Angle. Yeah, he's trying to hit it direct.
I don't like that. I mean, the shot I'm talking about is a little harder to hit it the way you want. Well, that's the shot I'm talking about, something like that. But I meant go on the other side of the 4-6.
Yeah, that'll do.
But, you know, that's not terrible. Only problem is well, if you're playing against a really strong player, you're probably getting locked up here. And that's not bad. That's not a terrible play there, because it was almost guaranteed, but it's not real strong, because this is where you soft kick the 3 and put him on the 5.
Well, he might be getting up and down, but it is off the rail though, so he probably will kick the 3 from this end.
I'd soft kick this every time. You hit the 3 ball first, cue ball goes to the rail, comes back out on the 5. This is pretty easy.
Yeah, if that was flush.
See, he played it.
Well, that's not bad.
It's not, but the way he played it, now he just leaves an easy kick. The other way, you're locked on the back of the 5 ball, and there's no easy kick. Now, luckily for Bedhead, there's no easy kick safe here like he just had that he screwed up by playing the wrong shot.
That's he's going to come by. Is it going to come by far enough? No, it isn't.
No, it's not. So Bedhead will play safe here. There's a couple different options here. The thing you got to miss is the kiss. So there's some there. If you hit this thick, you got to kiss. You almost have to hit this, cut this more. Let's see what he decides to do. He's almost got a full ball here. He might be able to hit this and go forward with the cue ball. Yep, that's what he's doing. Okay.
It's not getting there. It's not getting there. It's opening out, and the pot is on.
Yeah, well, I think it was a good idea. It just, execution wasn't quite there.
You know, another 4 or 5 inches and it runs onto the rail, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. He could have gone forward more with the cue ball, too. I mean, because he had the 4 and 6 out in the middle of the table. He kind of just stunned it instead of going forward with it. Oh. So he is
Where's
human.
the cue ball going?
Maybe Bedhead taking him out of rhythm here by slowing him down. That was not a ball he expected to miss.
Well, again, he's left Bedhead having to be creative here.
Well, you've got to hit this with speed, because the 3 ball will just lay on the rail probably, unless you hit it perfect. It's not worth trying to hit this perfect. That's what he's doing. He's trying to hit it perfect.
It's always going to leak away, but he's actually held it very well.
Yeah, that was a great shot.
He got the meat of that 7 ball, and that just killed the 3 ball. It didn't have any momentum to go left.
Very good shot.
Well, now that you've done that part, that's the hardest part of all. Round behind the 8 ball, is it? Or is he trying to come narrow? Is he going to let this open out?
No, he's coming on the short side of it. That's pretty darn good. So now it's looking like it's going to be 10-7 with Bedhead breaking. I'm telling you, Hugh, this comeback is it's definitely possible.
Well, I think the prospects are good for Bedhead, because he's not, because he hasn't played bad. He's not really been a big contributor to the fact that he's 10-6 down right now.
Well, pulls a game of momentum too. You know, I mean, we just saw Spectredawn get a chance and miss a shot, or at one point it looked like he could never miss a shot. He missed a shot that you'd expect him to make, and the momentum's gone to Bedhead. I don't particularly like this. He's okay though. Yeah. It's just a little funny angle, but he's fine.
Well, any angle again, that's the golden rule. Any angle in this 9-ball, you don't want to be flat open.
Yeah.
You want to make your life simple, and that'll do.
This is what I didn't like about the angle on the 8 is now you're on the rail. But he'll go to the long rail here, I think. Yeah, just like that.
Well, let's see whether fortune will favour the brave here if Bedhead can get something going again.
Auger, we don't want to think about your loins. Maybe your tenderloins. All right, Bedhead.
Well, he's got a corner ball. And where's the one ball going? It's going dead. One ball's going dead. That's doing nothing.
Yeah, but he's got some plays here to get safe. That's the thing. This.
Now, is he going to use the 7 and 10 here and cut this down to the 8?
You pin him on the 9. You bank the 1 and bring the cue ball out right on the 9.
So he's just feathering this then, that's what you're saying?
No, not feather it. You hit this, you gotta, I think it'll go past the 10. Just like he's doing here.
Ah, he's held it. Yeah. Oh,
hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
He's got him. And he's got him tight as well. That's the most important part about that shot. He's got him tight.
That was the right shot, because even if he didn't get by the 10, if he hit it good, it was... And the reason why that was the right shot is because it was a fairly easy shot, and it was going to be a lockup safe.
Well, this is tough because the cue ball I think the harder you hit this, the more you want. Is it going to run to that 9 or is it going to go onto the long rail?
Well, you got two choices. You can jack up on it and spare it. You can stop this ball. This ball will definitely stop. But if you're going forward, you're going to have to find a gap someplace.
Yeah, you're going to have to ride your luck if you do that. But I think the fact is he's stuck to the rail. He's going to run this. He's got to run it. And no, he is jacking up.
He's jacking up.
And he's nailed it. That was beautifully controlled.
Good shot.
My bottle would have went there in that shot. But he's played it well. And again, well, I'm keeping my mouth shut this time because the table's too good. Well,
I mean, he should run out here. Things can always happen, but he's playing good. He's played good this whole match. And,
well, this isn't quite so good. I don't like this. He's going to take a lump of this 8-ball, is he?
He doesn't have to. He can take a little. I think he'll catch a very small part of it. You can play for it by hitting a spinner like that.
It needs to run
hard enough.
That's the problem. Well, this is his favourite shot. This is a Bedhead cut.
Now the biggest problem here is he's gonna have to run the cue ball because the 7
doesn't go
for the 8. So he's got to come. Either that or you could hit this with low and right. He's not gonna. See if this is a little tricky because you don't want to scratch. See, he's hitting it easy because he was afraid to juice it. So,
I don't know. I mean,
you know what?
He's got half a pocket. It's half a pocket.
Yeah. It's a little. It's not as blocked as I thought. It's about 2/3 of a pocket. I think he'll make this.
Perfect.
Oh.
Well, Bedhead's held his nerve better than I'm holding mine watching this.
Yeah, Pop Man, we've had a lot of spectators in these matches. This is a pretty good. It's been a pretty good tournament. 10 ball's always exciting. You should have a drink and a cig right now. That's the advantage of being a spectator. Yep. It has. Uh, well, now this is an interesting push out situation. So if you're Bedhead, you might try pushing out to something that you don't think Spectre. Oh, you could see the edge of it, but he didn't get there. See, you can always push out if you don't think if the safety looks too hard, you can always push out. I was thinking he could push out to something where he had a safety he knew how to play, and maybe maybe Spectre didn't. Well, I think he's going to be really cute and not get away with it. Yeah, and again, that's part of this issue with, not understanding how to play safe. I mean, he could have made that and played safe on the 2, but he's like all out for everything, which is either going to be wonderful or this. Yeah, no, he's got a good table here, and this will be 10-9 if he can get out on this, and I don't see a whole lot of reason why he wouldn't. Yeah, this is this is more of a spin shot. You don't have to hit this hard. You just spin it with left English. It'll go behind the 10. See, while it's rolling, it will.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, that was a little close to the side pocket. Oh, no. Well, now he's got some issues though because the 7 is on the rail and he doesn't want to shoot it up table. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see the 5 is on top of the 5. I didn't see the 5 ball. Whoops. All right, so so when it was 10-4 and you said he had no chance, what do you think now? Hasn't he just won 5 games in a row? Isn't this 5 in a row for him? Uh, in this game, never say die. You got to be a killer. You
Yes,
just got to be like and Bedhead's a killer. You got to admit it that Bedhead is a killer.
you're correct, guys. I'm muted because I muted myself to have a gurgle of water there, and I forgot to unmute myself. And some of you guys will say, "Well, that's not a bad thing, me being muted." Where's this cue ball going? It ain't getting there. It ain't getting there, Bedhead.
Boy, that was a mistake coming up that short.
Well, I was the first to point out Bedhead's failings in the game, and this is it here. The Bedhead cut. He always leaves himself short. This is a big cut.
This is a big huge shot. This could be the match. This shot.
Where's the cue ball going?
It's going safe. Here we go, boys. Not quite there yet. But Spectredawn has been locked out for the last 4 racks.
Well, it's 5 in a row for him, I think. Wasn't it 10-4? I think it was 10-4.
Well, he got the stop in the cue ball, and he's on the 1. He's got a ball. Where's the 2 ball going? I think he's fine.
He's good.
I think he's fine.
He's just going to roll forward past the 3. You just got to get the speed right on this. The thing is, if you can't just dink this because you could get a piece of 3. He may even stun this.
Yeah, he is running for a little brush.
Yeah, and that's perfect speed. Yeah, you just had to make sure you didn't overrun it.
Well, to me, this is the important shot. He's got to get good on this 3 ball from this 2.
He's got some choices here. You could go almost straight across and shoot the 3 in the side. That's kind of a simple line. You just don't want the rub on the 10. I mean, he's going the other way. He's going to shoot it in that side, because I was referring to the other one.
He's just got to let this run. He's got to really let this open out and come right across here.
Oh, this will open out.
That's where he wants to be, because he wants to be able to hold this cue ball for that 5, and that's perfect.
Yeah,
in
that's
terms of holding
nice
it for the 5. Just a little dig.
Yeah, you get a little soft draw.
Just like that. And this is, he going to get around the corners, or are you just going to play this long? Because you've got to leave that angle to run out and open out in the 7 as well. No, he is coming back.
Yeah, I like that play.
So now he can pinch a little bit to make the angle that he wants off the rail.
I think he'll hit this harder like that. Yeah.
Well, here we go. This has been some match up till now. I mean, it's like a game of 2 halves, isn't it? You've got Bedhead not putting a foot wrong now, and suddenly he's right down on Spectredawn's ass, as they say.
Well, Bedhead's breaking really good, and that's serving him well. And
well, he's checking this.
I'll tell you, the one time the Spectredawn got that shot on the 3 ball and he missed it, that could cost him this whole match. That could have been the whole match, that 1 ball.
Yeah, but did he not leave Bedhead safe, if I remember rightly? Did he not get away with it? Yeah.
He did, but if he makes that and runs out, then, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's how things can turn. You start thinking back to the one shot where things might have just turned, and suddenly it's 10 apiece.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Disaster.
Where's the cue ball going?
The rally is over.
That was too quick for my reactions. Well, this
boy.
This is now Spectredawn's chance.
Well, we'll see what Spectredawn does. I mean, he certainly had Bedhead come back and say, "I can win this match," which puts pressure on you.
Well, there is a glimmer of hope for Bedhead here with this 7 ball. I mean, that has to be worked at. He's trying to get a bump. Oh, he's made it worse.
No good.
Or has he? Well, put it this way, Bedhead's going to be in trouble.
Well, it goes in the side pocket, but, you know, the smart thing to do is just to get on it and lock him on the 8 ball, which, you know, let's see what Spectredawn does. You should not try to break this out.
You think he's going to try and just drop behind it and drop it into the side?
You just do a stop shot on. No, you should not do that. This is where you play safe.
So you lock him on the.
Yeah, I mean, why would you take a chance of breaking it out when it may not come out good for you?
Well, he might be playing just to get right in line to play this into the side. No, he is playing for a bump.
See, that's a mistake.
Yeah,
because
I agree with you.
He was going to win the game 95% of the time if he locks him on the 8, and now he's going to end up losing the game because he tried to break it out.
That is terrible. I think if he gets a featherweight touching this, it'll drop in.
It's this mentality, you know. There's some guys on VP that have gotten through that and would play safe. I guarantee a Bedhead would have played safe there.
There you go. What a mistake by Spectredawn. Huge mistake.
You got to play safe there because you're taking a chance. Unless you've got such a simple bump on the breakout that you can control it, and you're absolutely sure you're coming up with a shot. If you don't have that, you just play safe.
Well, there is a huge error. Bedhead can't believe he's back at the table for a start. Spectredawn's probably kicking himself.
If you were playing team play on the Moscone Cup and your partner did that shot, he'd kill you.
Yeah.
He'd kill you.
I mean, how long Spectredawn been sitting in 10? Because he's now trailing. Unbelievable. And it's dry. I think it's dry.
Well, okay, so here we go. Are we going to play safe, or are we going to, you know, there's a shot of the 1 off the 2. I don't really like that. Me, I want to play safe, and he is going to play safe. Okay, well, this time so he did the right thing there.
He's got the shot there. Now, I'm looking for a line to get to this 1 ball, and I don't see it.
Yeah, he's got it behind the 4 ball.
I'm looking at that side. The 4 ball, definitely that side.
Yeah, you just got to open it up just a touch. And he's probably gonna try to make this. I mean, If you hit the thing about trying to make this in the corner, I'd probably try to hit this fuller.
Misses
Oh
it.
boy, that's not good. That's not good.
Well,
He
look at the
needed to hit
table.
that ball. Yeah, he needed to hit that ball.
Well, now it's going to be interesting at Spectredawn's nerve now, because now he has a situation where he has ball in hand, and again, it's about playing to his strength, about manoeuvring the cue ball and getting onto the next ball. Where's this cue ball going? And he's got
this table's easy though. I mean, I expect him to run out almost every time on this. I mean, other table had some complication to it. This is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you, that shot that Bedhead kicked it, that is a huge moment, because if you hit that ball, first off, you might make it where you call it. Second off, you might get safe. Anything could happen, but if you give him ball in hand, that's pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah, that's the cardinal sin. You've got to actually get a hit, and then hope that you do get lucky either way. But at the same time, Spectredawn's the guy that's trailing now, and he's got to deliver. He's got to dish up. He's got that pressure on him.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely had some pressure. There's nothing like when you go out and you play good, and the other guy comes back and plays good on you after you've given him your best stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You've done your best stuff, and take that, and the guy comes back and it doesn't phase him, and he does what Bedhead does and plays great. That puts a lot of pressure on the original guy, on Spectredawn, because you just gave the guy your best stuff and it didn't phase him.
Well, Spectredawn's handling it so far. Right, let's look at what we said earlier on these calling the match scores. Somebody called it 13-10 to Spectredawn. Well, that's gone. And who else? Somebody else. Was it Bill? Bill was there. I can't remember what Bill called. If Bill's still there, he'll remind us. Ah, yeah, you said 13-12, but not to anybody. But I think we had two for Spectredawn.
Well, I mean, every break's important, every mistake's important at this point of the match forward. But really, when you play a match like this, that 3-ball mistake a long time ago is important. And the reason why is because very few mistakes have been made, so every one of them is huge.
Yeah, they're all noticeable. This is right.
Nope, there goes the 3-ball,
gone,
and there goes the 2-ball.
And he's got a cut in the 1.
And he's got a reasonable shot here. This one you need to kill, speed-wise.
Yeah, it's really thin, this, so...
It's either pocket speed or you got to kill this with a little bit of draw. I think you can hit this pocket speed. You got to go to the long rail. You got to come off the rail a little to get to the 5. Not a lot. I think he can shoot this pocket speed if he wants. We'll see whether he decides to kill it. Now, one tip on this kind of thing is you don't have to necessarily draw it. You can just move the cue ball down like center ball and it kills a little.
He's overdone it.
Now, see, I don't like the way he shot that. So he decided to go back and forth. I would have shot the kill shot if I didn't like the speed. You know what I mean here, where you hit it with draw?
Yeah, just to drag the pace off it, yeah.
Well, because you had a foot before you got to the long rail after you hit the 1-ball, where that draw could slow it down.
Bedhead's trying to hold this where he could run forward, but he's held it.
Yeah,
so now he's got to get this coming back into the table so he can play the 5.
So he's got to decide whether he's just rolling this or going to the other rail and out. I think he'll go to the other rail. I think that's safer.
Got to go to the other rail, because you've got to get that 4-ball to the hole. So you can't sort of play a half shot. You've got to go through with a stroke. And he's overdone it.
He missed the ball.
Unbelievable.
And part of that was, I think he may have come up short. He's putting spin on it, and he may have come up a little short and turned the cue ball. That's what happens on that kind of delicate shot when you're trying to spin it. You come up a little short, and then the cue ball turns. You know what I mean by short, Hugh? So the cue ball starts rolling. It's sliding and it starts rolling. If it has English on it, it's going to turn when it begins to roll.
What are they talking about? Or what? Get money for predicting a score? Yeah, you're going to have a long wait for that, guys. Well, Bedhead at 11 each was the first guy to blink. He had the chance.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Spectredawn, I thought shot the one ball the wrong way, but he got away with it because Bedhead couldn't get out.
Crazy stuff can happen here. You start to panic that this cue ball could come across, brush the 10 and scratch on the side when you're trying to get up for the 6.
I don't think he's going to try to get up. I just think he's going to take the long shot. I don't think he's going to try to move down the table. He's just going to make it and take the long one.
Needs to open up, needs to keep going.
But, you know, it is tight sphincter time. I think we're officially into tight sphincter time. They each need 2.
Yes, if I stood up, I'd probably lift my chair at this precise moment. Well, he's got to get this cue ball out the back of that 8, and he's played it clean. He's good.
Yeah, he held that. And,
he's going to the hill.
Yeah, first guy on the hill. That's a huge advantage in this situation because you're going to have your break, which is a huge advantage, and then you still may get another shot to win because the other guy's got to get 2. He's got to break. Wow. That's not the best place to put it.
He's just rolling this for the 10 in the side. That's all he's doing. He's not doing anything else.
Nope. He's just going to dink this one.
Well, here we go. Bedhead's got his fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean...
Spectredawn's got his legs crossed.
Spectredawn wants a ball made and a shot on a low ball. And Bedhead wants the opposite. He wants a shot on a low ball with no balls made.
Breaking for the match. Spectredawn. And the 2 ball goes. I think something else went in the side.
He's going to get a shot. No. He's got, this is a little tricky getting safer too.
Well, you've got to miss the double kiss. That's the first priority here because you're trying to bank that towards the 8.
If you play one pocket, you know how to miss it.
Yeah, well, he hasn't. He's not got the length though, has he?
That's a pretty good shot. That's the speed he had to hit it. That's a pretty good shot. And
you've got to go in the gap with the 3 and 8, haven't you?
Well, this is a soft kicker again. I like. The problem is I'm not sure he can get over far enough hitting it soft. This is tricky. He's going to try the little soft spinner, get the 1 ball behind the 9. Oh, and did he get there?
Well, I mean, he's left an edge, but I mean, it could be worse than this. Let's just say that.
Well, he played the right shot. You got to hand it to him. That was the correct shot to play.
He's got Spectredawn scratching his head as to what to do here because he can only get the edge of the 1 and try and scoot up past the 5. But he's worried he's going to bring the 1 into play, and that's well played.
And that's a nice little. That's a little ticky shot. That was very well done.
Bedhead's in dire straits here for a hit. I mean, I think he's got to tie something else up here.
You got 2 choices. You can
soft
kick at it, or you can kick behind it and try to make it in the other corner. The 9 ball protects you from going in the corner pocket.
Well, he thinks he needs a lot. He thinks he needs a lot more English than this.
I think he'll hit the soft unless he's. I think he'll soft kick this.
This looks as if it's going up above the 5 to me. That commentator's eye. It looked as if it was coming up above the 5. I think he had far too much English on it.
Yeah, I think this is going to be game, set, match because this 1 ball goes in the corner.
Well,
now the mistake you don't want to make is dinking this and leaving the cue ball short. You got to get the cue ball out of there.
Yeah, the angle he's going to brush the 5, and he's missed the 1. Unbelievable. Let's see if we can see that again. Let's have a look at that. I mean, he's too busy looking at the 5. He forgot about the 1. Yeah. Look at this for a miss.
We just missed with ball in hand.
Unbelievable.
even if you had to put a little English on it to
You
throw it to
couldn't-
make sure you hit the one first, I mean,
You
that's
couldn't
just,
write the script. Now, no wonder Bedhead's taking his time here because he doesn't want to
Well,
get
that's just-
excited.
that was the last thing I expected to have happen was him missing the frickin' one ball.
Well, that's exactly
Wow.
why. I mean, he was too busy. His eye was on the 5 ball, Steve, because he wanted to get out, and he's forgotten about the 3.
That's you know what? That falls under the category of bad shit can happen.
Oh dear.
'Cause
What did,
that was just
what did you call Bill early on? What was your call for this match? I can't remember.
Well,
Bill's
what-
awake.
let's see what he does here. He's got to get this cue ball good, whether he plays a combo or goes behind and hits it up table. I think he's gonna go play the 5 up table.
Yeah, he's going behind it. You've got to just watch the line, and that line,
Yeah, that's pretty good.
that's good enough because he can let this run, and if he wants to, he can let the cue ball run.
He's got to decide which side of the 7 he's going to here.
Well,
So
I think he's going all the way up top and letting it run and open out. Yeah, that's why he's
I
going to
think
hit it. Got to hit it. Yeah, got to hit it, and he's got it there. That's pretty good. That's
Well,
exactly
that's
the
great.
shot. Well, now he's got no excuse for getting on this 8 ball. He's got the angle.
yeah,
He just
I
doesn't
mean,
want to go. Let me look at the line. I think he's fine.
This is hard to mess up from here. It's sitting perfect. The 10 ball's really not in play at all. He didn't hit it very hard.
Yeah, he's fine.
But
That'll
he's
do.
okay.
The 8 ball. Well, let's have a look at the 8 ball just for panic stations. It's off the rail.
Yeah.
Well, now you just nip across with the 10 in the side, or are you going to go 2 rails and play the 10 into the same pocket? That's your decision you've got to make. Let it run and open out. He's playing it in the side.
So now it's advantage Bedhead because he's going to be on the hill breaking. The breaker always has the advantage, unless you only have a 30% maker on the break.
Well,
but I'm sure Bedhead's broke pretty good.
Don't forget that I'd written Bedhead off at 10-4 down or whatever the hell the score was.
I told you that. I told you that he could come back and win.
Here
Because
we
I've
go.
seen this shit. I've seen this shit happen a lot of times.
Hill and Bedhead break for the match. What a match this has been. Match of the tournament, and he's dry as well, of course. He's dry. And the table is so bloody good as well. This is painful to watch.
Well, let's see. Now if Spectredawn can get his sphincter unclenched.
Well, I mean, this is where you say, I mean, look at the
He
table.
should win.
How's he going to fail to get out here?
Well, you know, like I said, as long as his sphincter's unclenched, he should run out.
Well, Bedhead's battled all the way. Fair play to the guy.
Oh, this has just been a phenomenal match. It's been a mess. Remember last 10-ball tournament we had? How great it was.
Yeah, great matches.
This is going the same way. I mean, 10-ball is the best game. Now you guys all know why I think the World 9-ball Tour should be the World 10-ball Tour.
He's got to hit this.
It's just more exciting.
Got to get this.
He's just going
He's
to
under
stun this
control
out.
here.
He's not going to mess that up. Okay, this little dink spinner back out for the 7-ball.
Oh,
he bunts it. He leaves it short.
He's going to have to run this with right English. Or is he going to just take his medicine and leave the high cut in 8? I think he's fine if he doesn't do anything. He just hits this soft. Yeah, he's hitting it soft. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah. And I think he'll run this past and shoot the 9 in the same pocket, or he might shoot this up table. He'll probably shoot up table. Yeah,
that's a worst case scenario for Bedhead. He wins the rack, breaking in Hill, and then he comes up dry with a bloody good table. That's the most annoying way to finish the match.
Well, believe me, I lost plenty of matches like that, breaking dry at Hill, and the guy runs out. Yeah.
Well, again, commendations to Spectredawn for holding his nerve, because that was a tightrope he walked, And he's
That
got
was a hell of a match.
and,
What a
and
match that was.
he's never worked so hard to win 3 racks because he was stuck in 10 per an hour, it seemed like. And congratulations to both of them because they put up a great bloody match. That was brilliant.
Yeah,
What a result.
That was one you can go back and watch over and over again. That was a phenomenal match.
Right, well, I hope Coldest Pillow's still awake because now he knows what he's going to get.
Practice up, Coldest Pillow.
So there we have it. We have Spectredawn is through to take on Coldest Pillow. And, Coldest Pillow's going to have to play pretty solid in that match.
Well, don't be scared, Coldest Pillow. Just come out and do your thing.
And then it doesn't get any easier because lying in the wings is One Pocket Slim sitting there. So these other guys, more like, what's his name, Cobra and Albinario, they've still got a few days to arrange it. We know that Interchange X is lying in wait for one of them, so that's how far we've got. Let's have a quick look at the straight pool because there's a few bodies in that already. It's got a maximum of 32 in the sign-ups. There's already 16 in, and we have, let's just say there's a couple of names there that I've never seen before. This boss guy, don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, C players.
There's Shibo's finally got himself signed up to a tournament. Stubbs there, Matt's there, Larry's there, Interchange X, Fast Eddie, Cobra, VP Monster's there. Woody's signed up, but I'm betting he won't play. He signed up for a number of these and never showed up. Tommy's there, Spud Boy, so plenty of room for another few sign-ups in that because it doesn't go live until, or the bracket doesn't go live until March the 12th. So that's, what's today's date? That's the 19th, isn't it? Or so something like that. So there's plenty of time yet.
Yeah, we got like, 3 weeks?
Yeah,
3 weeks. 3 weeks from today.
Oh, there's Yobra arrived. That's Cobra's little brother. Yobra.
So, Albin did send a match proposal for Thursday at 8 p.m. GMT, but Cobra has not responded to it.
Cobra might be working that day. He might be. Anyway, well, we'll get that to look forward to. So, anyway, again, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. That was a great match, and definitely a match of 2 halves, and then a small match of 3 racks at the end there as well.
You still gotta go look at the stats.
Oh, aye. Right, hang on. Let's get back to that. Where are we? Stats and Spectredawn and reduce. Why has that disappeared? Why did that disappear there when I hit one letter? There we go. And Bedhead. Bedhead, 13 breaks. Well, look at the average balls of Bedhead. His was actually quite low. Runouts from break 2, Spectre had 3, and there was one break bill by Bedhead. Now, how costly was that when you think about it? Break percentage. Bedhead's under 50, and you look at Spectredawn, he's way up 67%.
I didn't realize Bedhead was that low.
Yeah.
I thought he broke better than that. Well, that definitely hurt him in this match.
Racks
One
ran.
Pocket Trim wants to run another tourney alongside. Is that what you guys want, or do you guys want a league? Because Bobby Barris has been bugging me for a league. You guys want to do a short league, like a, I don't know, like a 12-week league or something?
Spectredawn had 6 racks run, Bedhead had 3. And that's about it as far as that goes. In fact, let's, is there anything to be found by looking at all the stats in this at the moment? Larry's.
The problem with running 2 tournaments simultaneously is you got guys that won't want to play in them, like Albin, because he's complained before when we did that, or he didn't have time to. It made it tough for him to schedule matches, and he ran into time crunches. Another 3 cushion. Yeah, we should do a 3 cushion.
I'm looking at the stats here as far as average balls made in the break. You know, Bill.
Well, I'm afraid if we run them simultaneously, there'll be guys that won't play in it that would have.
Still.
Goal less is here. That's Bedhead, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Bedhead.
Bedhead.
That was a hell of a match. A little unlucky there at the end that you broke dry on Hill.
Yeah, I'd given you up for dead at 10-4 down, Bedhead. I'd given you up for dead. But what a fight back. And what, I mean, that's the worst way to lose is a good break, coming up dry and pretty much leaving everything on for Spectredawn. I mean, fair play to him, he still had to run out. But it takes 2 players to make a match, and you made it worthwhile. It was hard to watch at the end.
It'd be fun to do that coldest pillow, especially if we did like a World Cup of pool where both players on the team were from the same country. So you know what Sweden would be Bedhead and Albanaria. The UK, you guys have to fight it out. But I mean, I guess you could do the Welsh, the Scottish,
that would be
the Irish.
Well, first of all, we would have to look into Bedhead and Albanaria's ancestry, and you know, if there was anything remotely Scottish about them, then they ain't bloody Swedish. Let's put it that way.
It would be fun to do that, like a World Cup, but I don't know. But yeah, doubles would be cool.
See, the thing is, I would be all for that as well. The only problem is the reliability of your partner, and the reliability of your opponent and your opponent's partner.
Yeah, you got 4 people that have to show up.
You know, that could very quickly fall apart at the seams before it started. I don't want to be negative about it, but that's the biggest drawback about it. So it is. I mean, I'm only going by looking at Monday night 9-ball Scottish doubles. It's so bloody hard to get two teams in it.
Bedhead just kicked Albin to the curb.
Albin's not good enough. Well, I'll tell you something. You might regret that, because I'll be probably watch this getting played back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll tell you. You've got Demon as a backup. He's Swedish, isn't he?
You know, Bedhead, I gotta tell you, Hugh had already thrown you in the grave. The coffin was nailed. You were buried 6 feet deep when it was 10-4, and I was like, Bedhead, you come back.
I told him.
Hugh said, no way. Not a chance.
But I mean, he played well. I mean, the thing is that none of the 2 of them played badly at all. I mean, you can't play perfect, but it was as good a game as I've seen in many a year for the standard that we saw from both. I mean, Spectredawn wasn't missing anything for the first half of the match, was running away with it. Bedhead was dead and buried, and then suddenly Spectredawn gets to 10 and can't get to the table, and he's stuck there for 3/4 of an hour and 10. You know, so that was a match and a half with those 2 guys. And it's just an annoying end to the match when you've done all the hard work, you come up dry, and I mean, the worst thing is leaving that shot on and he runs out. Even if you get a roll of the ball and you leave something safe, you can't even get that. You know, you feel hard done by, but you know, all the better for it. The thing is, if you come out of that, you've all been in a good frame of mind, because you know fine well you didn't play bad. You've done everything. Yeah, you did everything. You did everything but win it. I mean, that was it. You know, toss a coin and Spectredawn gets it or you get it. You know, it's certainly worth a watch for anybody who misses it. So hopefully there'll be a few people who'll pop in and catch up on it.
I have to think about standardizing stuff. I mean, because some of them, you know, there's not enough months to run them all. Some of them would have to be every other year, and they'd have to plug into the same spot.
Well, welcome to Slim.
Now you're trying to make things hard.
Yeah, it'd be great to have a World Cup of pool, wouldn't it? Yeah, but as I say, it's I just wouldn't trust my teammates. That's the thing.
Stubb would be Polish. Well, let's see. Who do you have for a Scottish teammate? You've got Tam. You've got Simon. Who else do you got?
No, well, that's Simon's sort of an adopted Scot. I mean, if he starts talking with a Scottish accent, I'll believe him more. But he's too English.
Yeah.
But if you look at Stubb,
in Scotland, no, that's good enough. I mean, we're not going to get that picky.
Yeah, but if Scotland got its way, we'd be slinging him back over the Hadrian's Wall and locking him out. But the thing is, you've got players like Spectredawn and Cobra who are not team players, and they're the type of players you'd want to make up a team, and it won't happen because they're solo players.
Or what's worse is they play together.
Yeah. Well, that's probably not a bad thing. Don't even tell them the tournament's on. Anyway, that's for another day. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I'm off for a coffee. Thank you for your company. Thank you for Steve's contributions, and well done to both guys for putting up a great match tonight.
Yeah, well, thank you for the stream, and thank you, Bedhead and Spectredawn, for just a wonderful match. I mean, that was spectacular. What do you call that in the UK? It was cracking. Brilliant.
It was all sorts. It was great. It was wunderbar if you're in Germany.
Yeah, no, great. So that's the US. I mean, come on, the UK. It's cracking or it's brilliant, right?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It was a great match. It was smoking. That's what's his name. Yeah, it was everything you'd want to be in a match. It was tense. The standard was good. You didn't know what way it was going to go. One guy was written off halfway through. I'll admit I wrote him off. And then he did what Bedhead's capable of doing. He hung in there.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, Bedhead got thrown a lifeline when Spectredawn dogged the one ball with ball in hand. Now, if that's not...
Well, that was a shocker.
If that's not a tight sphincter shot, then nothing ever is. Dogging a one ball with ball in hand.
Well, do you know something, Steve? I've got that in my replay folder, and I am going to upload that, and I'm going to annoy Spectredawn by showing him that.
Is that going to be your new intro trailer?
Yeah, I'm going to post. I'm going to actually just put that onto the stream and just post it now and again, just to annoy him and remind him to keep your eye in the bloody pocket and the ball rather than the 5 ball that you're stuck next to at that time, because that's exactly what he did.
I hate to say it, but I have done that before. Although I don't think I've ever done that in that situation in that big a tight a match. I have done that, but I don't think in that situation.
Well, that's so easy to distract yourself because you know you should never be missing the one ball, but he was too busy worried about how he was coming out from the shot, and he was looking at the 5 and forgot the line. He forgot the line about the one ball. But anyway. He came out good in the end, and I suppose you can let him off with that howler, considering they had to deal with the fight back.
With the one ball in those situations and the position it was close to the rail and the one especially very close to the pocket, you got to play a more lock-up safe than that.
Mm-hmm.
Because anybody that kicks well is going to have a pretty good chance of making those.
Yeah. Right, well...
all right, guys.
We're all off, guys. We're all off for a coffee to lie down in a darkened room and whatever. We'll see you again soon, so take care.
Yep.
And,
good night, guys.
Good night. See you later, folks.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.